Today I want to challenge you to join me in reading the Old Testament book of Daniel. It's a prophetic book. It's during the Babylonian exile in the Old Testament. It's about 600 years, written about 600 years before Christ. And Daniel is an old friend of mine, and I named one of my sons after him. It's a book in which the people of God have to redefine their theology and their expectation about what God will do, despite there being many prophets who warned them and told them what was needed. But in exile, they found they had to come again and understand their God and who he was. All of their ideas, many of their ideas smashed because of the way that they were overrun by the Babylonians and taken into captivity. You might know the story of Daniel from Daniel in the Lion's Den, perhaps in Sunday school, but there's much more to the book than this. It's a story of hope and wild optimism and faith in the face of adversity and spiritual opposition. Daniel's a young man. He finds himself in a depraved society under their power. If you read the first chapter, he's in the Chaldean University. He's on a 3-year program of reprogramming in the power of the Babylonian overlords. It's the stuff of Star Wars culture and alien triumph, and yet God is supreme in it all, and his purposes are most certainly worked out. What do we learn in this first chapter? I invite you to read it with me. Read chapter 1. And I see in here the power of refusal of compromise and of remaining pure despite all of the corruption and opposition all around. This plays out in diet, with Daniel refusing to eat the royal wine and drink the royal wine and eat the choice foods provided in the palace for him and his friends. I'm not speaking a piece today about plant-based food, but we see here the power of Daniel remaining committed to the commands of God, even among the overlords, even in this very foreign context that he finds himself in. And there's no compromise at all. There's no wavering in his belief. He remains devoted to God in the Overlord University. My encouragement to you today is to remain faithful and committed to Christ no matter what. No matter what befalls you, because he never really lets us down. He doesn't let us down. To Daniel and his mates, God gave knowledge and understanding of literature and language and culture. He gave prophetic gifts of insight and interpretation of dreams to Daniel. Daniel was anointed, and he was richly blessed among the Babylonians because of his integrity. And so I ask you, how's yours in these days?